I say, come, let we build a nation together. We is more than one. Therefore, your brother, your sister, your cousin, your neighbor, your, MP, the person going to church with you, the person on your construction site, in your workplace, we all have to come together to build this place we call home. This place belongs to us, and we have a duty to enhance it. We have a responsibility to develop it for our children and children's children. So your children and your grandchildren, they will take it from there. Because when they make their children, they would have to make sure that this place is better for their children and their children's children. I want to welcome you to the Dynamic Hour. We're off to a late start this morning, but we have to continue the mission to educate, to empower, to enlighten, to put facts on the table so that real conversation could happen. That is what we must do. There are a lot of people out there who believe in all kinds of stuff, conspiracy theories, who believe in pushing certain agendas with the hope that they would catch the unsuspecting and they would follow them. But there are those in the political world who believe that this is a popularity contest between two candidates in a particular constituency. But you're fooling yourself. We're in 2026, and most Grenadians are smarter, they're more intelligent, their ability to reason is higher, and they understand that an election is more than a popularity contest between candidate X and candidate Y. It is broader than this. It is about leadership. Because remember, it's a country, This is not a constituency that you're running to represent. It is more than that. A party is running to rule, to control, to manage, to have Grenada in their hands, to take care of and to develop and to transform a party. And that is why you have the NNP putting up 15 candidates, the NDC putting up 15 candidates. And then I think the POSI, the party, the other party might try to put up 15 candidates. Because everybody these days want to run. There are some people, by the time you see them, you say, watch, you can't start that race, A race is not for you. But still, everybody these days believes that they stand a chance, that they want to run, and they believe they could win. You're going in let's say, a sporting event, and there was a good athlete, or maybe an athlete who, for some reason, have a busto or foot got injured overnight or over a month or so, but that person still believes he or she can run and win. So because they had potential before, even if they injured, even if they walking up and jump, they still believe they can win. So they go in and start the race. But if you come and you have to bet on who will win, you will not be so stupid to bet on the person who bust two foot, injured, hop and jump. I mean, come on, it's kind of obvious. But everybody believes that they could run and win. That is what it has become in this country. So, again, I say, they believe in the broader context, they believe that it is a popularity contest. So they put up candidate X, and that candidate is going against candidate Y. And they look at them and they say, well, this person will win and this person wouldn't win. They are not concerned about the NDC in power and they deliver on their campaign promises. They are not concerned about that. So the NDC got a mandate from the electorate. The NDC came to the electorate and they say, if you elect me, these are the things that I will do. And the electorate voted for them based on that, mainly. So when they got into power, they started executing, they started implementing what they told the electorate they would do. And so far, they have not disappointed the electorate. That is important because you have to, as a party, understand that we have voters who are able to read, write, and reason, and who are smart, who are intelligent, who follow in stuff. It's different from before. Before time, if your mother tell you vote so, you're just voting so. Or your father say vote so. Or you're a GLP, a Garyite, no matter what Gary did, you're still voting Garyite or GLP. But it's different now. So for example, if I am a police officer, I must look at the fact that I am a police officer and the government of Grenada, this NDC administration, came into office and they increased my salary. So yes, I may not like the member of parliament in the constituency that I live. Maybe you don't like the person. But the party in power gave you an increase in your salary. So you're getting more on a fortnightly basis. And as a result, you can do more for you and your family. Not only that, they gave you a better working environment, a better place of work, because they upgraded the police station, they built the police headquarters, they're doing work for you to make you comfortable. What do you expect me to do as a police officer? So because I don't like something about the member of parliament in my area, right, I should be angry with the government? No, the government has actually assisted me by giving me an increase in my salary. That is important, very important, because the previous party and government did not give me an increase in my salary, even if we were fighting for it, even if we wanted it. This is common sense. Common sense. Because some people believe it's a popularity contest between the person running for NNP and the person running for NDC in the constituency. You're a pensioner. You worked with government. Or you're a government employee. When you retire, you want to go home with a pension. So every month, you're able to pay your bills. Every month, you're able to buy food. Every month, you could go to the doctor in peace, or the pharmacy, or you go on a vacation. You want to have a pension coming in. The NNP was in power. You had 500 and something government employees. This is a small country. 500 and something government employees is a lot. And the NNP administration refused to pay these people their pension, their rightful pension that they're entitled to, their pension. The NNP, the new National Party administration, refused to pay these people their money. They were marching in the streets. They were protesting day and night. All parish. The NDC came into power, and the NDC gave all of them, even those who died, they gave their estate, their pension, and their gratuity. And those who are alive, they continue to get their pension until they die. And if they have a widow or a widower, that person will benefit, right, from that same pension. But I'm saying all of this to say to you that the 500 and something people, they come from families. So because they may not like the MP in their constituency, because there are situations like that, you believe that then they should not vote for the government who gave them pension? Come on, this is common sense. Because some people believe that this thing is a popularity contest between candidates from the NNP and the candidate from the NDC, or the candidate from some DPM or DPPP or whatever they call it. This is not the issue here. No, we are not living in 2001 or 1995 or in 1973 or 72. We're in 2026. When you have families who were left by the NNP to use pit latrines, the NNP administration, they left almost 9,000 families, 8,715, round it off to the nearest 1,000. They left almost 9,000 Grenadians using pit latrines. And the NDC came into power and they said, no, we have to work on getting people out of pit latrines. So what did they do? They started the WASH program, providing people with pit latrines, with a modern, well-painted, well-tiled in some instances, electricity done, plumbing done, a little cupboard, a little, then you have a sink, you have a toilet bowl, you have the tank, you have everything there. Running water. That family, that entire family, maybe a family of 5, family of 6, family of 3, that entire family got back their dignity and their humanity. Because there are situations where you have young people in that house with that pit latrine. They're not inviting their friends to come home. They shame. And I'm being real. They're not inviting their friends. They may want their friends to come home. They may want somebody to visit them, or even if somebody tell them they come in, they tell them, look, I'll go meet them by the road. They're embarrassed. So they've gotten back their dignity. They have gotten back their humanity. You expect these people, because they don't like a candidate or an MP in a constitution, you expect these people to go against NDC or go against the most honorable Deacon Mitchell or go against the government? Come on. That's worse than Obia. That's worse than not being grateful or not being thankful. Then you have parents who used to catch their royal to send their children to TAMCC and Nulu. The government say, look, we have to help families so they can send their young ones to a tertiary institution, right? So that they can get an education, a college degree, or learn a skill at Nulu. Become a carpenter, become a mason, become a plumber, become an electrician, become a joiner, become a cook, become a tailor, become a seamstress, become something, right? Nulu could shape you to become something. So the government said, we will help the young people by removing the tuition from the parents, meaning the cost for tuition. We will pay, the government will pay it. The government of Grenada will pay the tuition for them so they could go to Nulu and go to TAMCC. The young people who benefited from that and continue to benefit from that, you believe because they like a person or how the person look in a constituency, how they talk, a member of parliament on the NDC side or a candidate for the NDC, you believe that they're going to go and vote against that person? No, they're about country first. And that is why I say it's not a popularity contest between candidate A and candidate B. No, it's bigger than this. We're in 2026. We have more sense than this. We have more sense than this. The 16,000 students who are going to school and depending on the free hot meal program to get by. They're grateful, they're thankful for that. Come on, burial pass. Look at the amount of farmers who got assistance, cash assistance. I ain't talking about the free, the concessionary fertilizer. I'm not talking about the farm labor program that they continue to support the farmers with, or the plants at a concessionary rate, or maybe they benefited from the breeding program, getting some animals, or the artificial insemination program, or maybe they benefited from some grant aid, because the government, or some training, or some irrigation equipment and, materials towards that, because we see that the government is pumping a lot of that into the hands of farmers in Carriacou and Petit Martinique here in Grenada and so on. I'm talking about after Hurricane Beryl. So they got all of those things, many of them, but they still got, some got $9,000, some got $4,500. When Ivan and Emily passed, Keith Mitchell and the NNP and them, they never give these people that kind of money. Those farmers, never. So you expect those farmers to turn because they didn't like somebody in a constituency, or because they're in this and then? Come on, you voting for country. You would vote for the NDC because you want the NDC to continue to deliver to the farmers and to the people of Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique, and to deliver on behalf of everybody. If you are a small business owner, COVID-19 came. The NNP never gave you anything to help you to cushion the impact of COVID-19. No. In fact, they tried something with the Taxi Association and they gave them a loan, a small loan, and they had to pay it back. Yes, CJ Noel, the fishermen, the fisher folks, they got assistance too. They had to pay it back, right? The NNP administration gave a little thing to some of the taxi people in GDB and they had to pay it back. When the NDC came into power. They say, you see that? The small businesses, they need some assistance to get back on their feet again. The NDC gave small business owners up to $30,000 to expand their business, to buy a new piece of equipment, to hire a couple workers, 500 and something of them got that. And let me go back to after Hurricane Beryl, because a lot of families got assistance through Brisk, giving them cash every month to cushion the impact of the hurricane. Lest you forget that. Then the same people, right, who used to be in a line going for the poor relief assistance, the NDC administration team up with Corp Bank and they now have a card. So the money going on the card. They don't go in the hot sun to collect the money again, you know. That change. They're getting the money on a card. So they go with the card and withdraw their money where they want. Come on, that's progress. That is development. That is caring for people. You expect these people to turn their back on the most honorable Deacon Mitchell and the NDC and the team? No. Come on. You have public officers, right, who work in government, and they were going home back into poverty because they were unestablished workers. They're not entitled to a pension. The most honorable Deacon Mitchell and the NDC, they created a pension scheme for these people so that they could have a pension upon retirement, almost 6,000-7,000 of them, you know. A lot of them, you know. You expect these people to turn their back on the government? Well, what more they want? What more you want? Huh? You want them to turn stone into bread and water into wine? What more you want? What more? You see the point? But some people believe that it is a popularity contest between a candidate for NNP and a candidate for NDC. So they look at them and say, oh, that person can't win. You know, some of them want to use the damn obscene language and put it in some of their head. But I say, nah, let me calm it down. I don't need to do that. All I need to do is to say, hey, come to your senses. Come to your senses and realize what's going down. The people in Carriacou, for example, the Honorable Tevin Andrews, he did a fantastic job after Hurricane Beryl. Some people never thought that Hurricane Beryl would, damage Carriacou so much and the time Carriacou would take to bounce back. Not totally, because it's going to take some time to bounce back totally, right? And they may never bounce back totally, but they're getting there. But some people are shocked to see the progress that they have made so far, thanks to the leadership of the most honorable Deacon Mitchell and the Honorable Tevin Andrews. They're not giving him enough credit. The government assisted so many people in Carriacou and Petit Martinique with material assistance to repair and fix their roof. $30-something million. And then the small businesses got assistance to get back on their feet again. Millions of dollars from the Grenada Development Bank. Thanks to this government. Then the Build Back Better houses continue. And if you see, you looking good, yes? In Carriacou, the Honorable Tevin Andrews making sure that there is night landing at Lauriston. Well, they're going to change it to, so not Nicholas Braffett, but Ishiblaze Airport or whatever they want to call it, right? Or Hobart Blaze Airport, whatever the name. But they're expanding it, they're renovating it, they upgraded it, scanning capacity, to scan stuff, the night landing. What more do you want? They fix the hospital, they modernize the hospital, they fix the clinics in Carriacou, they're building all kind of new roads, they're repairing old ones. Then you have the jetty in Windward for the people of Petit Martinique and Windward. You have the fish market in Carriacou. They're doing some major work at Limele Farm. So you have meat, right? A major work at Limele Farm. They're doing the solar plant back again. In fact, they started the work on Monday. A lot of work. After Hurricane Beryl, they clean up Carriacou. The NNP start running their dirty old mouth and talking about, well, they put in the thing in Hillsborough there and they put in there and they get it. All them things come out of there now clean. Now they bring back the playing fields and them to even better in terms of how it was. They improve it. They lighten this, they lighten that. Solar lights left, right, and center. Huh? Come on. Just check out. So you expect these people to turn back because it's a popularity contest and it's Nolan Cox and it's the Honorable Tevin Andrews and you hear some of them saying, well, Nolan go this. All you don't move all you. Huh? Move there. What's wrong with all you? This is more than that. The NNP had Carriacou and Petit Matnik for 20-something damn years. The late Elvin Nimrod, then Kindra. So Elvin Nimrod, I think he was there for about 3 terms or 4 terms. I think it's 3, right? Then Kindra came, she had 1 term. So when you add it all up, it's about 20 years straight. What did they do to impact your life and make Carriacou and Petit Matnik better? Why didn't they build a modern jetty? Well, I remember when Keith Mitchell going Petit Matnik, I was laughing on the program, you know. You see the jetty? But they want NDC to come and do every damn thing in 1 term. Because they're holding NDC to a different standard. What are they do? I'm saying this is not a popularity contest between what is the guy in Tong? The small head guy, the NNP have a small head guy that NNP have running in Tong. What is his name? He's a Noel man. What is that guy name by? I don't even know the guy name. If you go in Tong and you ask, so what a guy do? Who's this guy? The Honorable Claudette Joseph. She's working day and night to help the people of Dabo and River Road and the Tongue of St. George. Day and night. But then you turn around and say, it's a popularity contest between Claudette Joseph and you hear someone say, well, Claudette run how much times? And what's wrong with all you? Are you confused out? Huh? Are you confused? This is more than that. It's about leadership. And folks don't believe I ain't know his name, you know. Yeah, it's good. I know his name. I know his name. I know his full name. I know all his brothers. I'm from Grand Roy, you know. His father from Grand Roy. You hear me? I know his name. What do you think I ain't know? But he's a small head guy, you know, little guy, little short guy, and he's really unknown, really, to people in this area. You understand the point? But I'm saying it's more than that. You have a prime minister who is leading, right? Who is respected, who kept this economy stable, who managed this economy well. Look at the amount of jobs and opportunities that are being created for people. Come on. Construction booming. All the way a ton somebody building something. You don't need to be a genius to understand that. But it's not what you think. Some people think there's a popularity contest and it's let me get another one. Dabrio versus Kieran James. Kieran James is a part of the NDC. And the NDC is in government and doing well. You see the point? And she's doing a fantastic job. Some people running their mouth, doing a damn good job in many of the villages. I'm telling you. Yeah. And then she's doing a fantastic job as a minister of government. What do you think Carriacou getting the solar plant now that was damaged from Hurricane Beryl? What do you think they were able to clean up Carriacou and bounce back because of the Honorable Kieran James? So it's not about, Dabrio being there. How long that man been there? Kieran beat him badly. He never thought so. Yeah, all the money. Get leaks. And even if she beat him by 12 votes, 9 votes, she beat him. Get leaks by a little young. You understand? By the end of it all, we have to see the bigger picture. It's about NDC. It's about the most honorable Deacon Mitchell. It's about leadership. Right? It's more than just a popularity contest between this person and that person. Because you ask yourself, NNP now they have what, some comedian guy up in St. Patrick East, some comedy guy. I mean, yeah, what is this? And then you have some of them they just come in the politics, they just come. Some of them they believe that they know every damn thing about the politics and about it. Some of them they're fresh, they know nothing. You hear me? I listen to some of them folks, and some of them will be around me too. And you hear them talking. I just wonder, I say, what's wrong with that? Where you come out? Huh? You have public officers who are working for donkey years in a particular position. They were never permanent in that position. They never had security of tenure. They couldn't go to the bank and say, well, I am this and I'm that. No. When you look at their substantive job, it's a little position they have. But the NDC make a lot of these public officers permanent. So they have security of tenure. That is what's different, And then you have some people who done crown lands for years. NNP never give them no paper, no deed, no nothing. So they could pass something down to the children and grandchildren. The NDC were doing it. The NDC, you look at them clinics and them around the country. The NDC renovated them, upgraded them. The hospital, if you go to the hospital, it's different with the partnership with Mount Sinai. It's working. The women, they could get a mammogram and thing there now, and a lot of things is happening for people. We have to call it out. Grenadians are happy. Look at the amount of water storage around the country in the dry season. Everybody crying out, no water, no water. Thanks to this government, the NDC administration, and now I said they're working overnight. Look at the Southern Water Development Expansion Project and so on. They're working at it. Yes, there is some inconvenience with the road and so on. Where they do some work, they patch up some area, they put asphalt in some areas, but the inconvenience is just for a time. Because by the end of March, all of that will finish and done with by the end of March. All of this project you see, and then you have the government will be rolling out their project to pave the road and fix the roads and upgrade it. Come on. I am saying to you, it is more than just a popularity contest between candidate A and candidate B. Who cares about that? But that is what some people believe. They believe that it's between NNP candidate and NDC candidate. It's far more than that. Far more than that. You want to return to the days of NNP in power? What's wrong with all you? When NNP was in power, let me tell you this. Some of all are playing stupid, When the new National Party was in power, the NNP administration, they had too much of conmen and crooks that came in here in Grenada and conned this country of millions and millions of dollars. I don't want to go back to that period. And it's the same old nasty NNP, the same dirty NNP that day. Nothing can change about them. Same old nasty NNP. They were in power, and a lot of blue-eyed white men came here, and they conned the NNP administration of millions and millions of dollars, and they run away with it, and nobody gone to jail, nobody arrested, nobody charged. That is why when they're talking about corruption, I just spit. Or them saying troops are spitting. Because they don't know what they're talking about. They don't know. When you hear someone open their mouth and NDC this and NDC that, the minute I say to them and say, look, sit your backside down. Sit down. And let me tell you about corruption. Under the NNP administration, you had Ekrem J. Miller, who came to Grenada under the NNP time. And he was able to trick the Keith Mitchell-led administration, the NNP administration, into giving him all of Mount Hartman, 280-something acres of land, prime land, for less than nothing. When the man realized that he got the money so easy, the land so easy, he then approached the government again, the NNP administration, and said, well, I go to the bank, and the bank said to me that they won't give me any loan to build the Ritz-Carlton Hotel because I don't have the money. But I want you to sign over Grenada, because that is what they did. They sign a guarantee. So they sign over Grenada to the bank, saying to the bank, if this blue-eyed white man and pay the money, then the taxpayers, the people of Grenada, going to pay. But the man did not know that money. The man was broke like a, you understand? Broke. You know that money? So he was able to convince the Keith Mitchell-led administration to sign, saying to the bank, if he ain't pay, the taxpayers of Grenada are going to pay. You know this stupid, dotish NNP administration signed? And when the man got the money from the bank, he drew down the money. The man don't even build a column, not even a damn column, not even a piece of post. He did not even take the Grenlec, you know, the Grenlec post, and erect it down there like I take a piece of post, like you're building a column to put a house, a wooden house. He did not even put a piece of Grenlec post down there. The man drew down the money, and he and his family went on yachts and they enjoy. The man drew down what, $30-something million. Yeah, $30-something million. We were saying 20-something, $30-something million the man drew down. This blue-eye, white-eye man, white man, the blue-eye, white man, under the NNP, because the NNP administration had a weakness of white people, white men. They like it soft. So they opened, the Keith Mitchell-led administration opened a big old leg and take it in, the white thing, because they had weakness for the white thing, soft thing. They want soft. They want it soft. If a black man come in front of them, they're chasing him. But after a while, when they get it soft for a long time, then them black man and them was here start to get wise and they decide to take them too for a ride. That's what happened here. So the man drew down millions of dollars and just run away with it. He ain't get jail. When he realized that the NNP administration was so easy to get, he said, So he got the land for nothing, for less than nothing. He drew down the money, spent it with the family, enjoy it damn self, right? And taxpayers have to come back and pay it back. And then he decided, well, you can't get the land, you know. When they catch up themselves and they realize that man is a con man, a fraudster, they try to take back the land. You know they couldn't take back the land? The man take them to damn court. And they had to pay him, I think it was 7 or 8 million US. They had to pay the man, you know. Do the maths. There's the next $15 million. Also, they have to pay the man to get the damn land, you know. What's wrong with all you? All you want to talk about corruption? You know, I just spit. I'm spitting. Because I know better. The NNP administration had weakness of white men. They open their big leg and they taking them white men and them, because them white men and them. And you see, they taking them with taxpayers' money. That is what was bad, you know. They were taking those white men with a soft whatever, with taxpayers' money. That is what bad about the damn thing. Taxpayers lose millions and millions. Then the next white man and his family come up and go up in Livera in them days, and he tell them, so the white man down in Mount Hartman tell them he gonna build Ritz-Carlton Hotel, this big name, Ritz-Carlton and da. Then a white man come up and go up in Livera up there, he and his family, and he tell them he go build water and land recreational facility, big hotel, golf course. And tutus the man get bright, the man say, the man don't have money, you know. The man broke like, watch me, the worst thing to see is a white poor person, you know. You have a lot of people who believe that because they're white, they have money and they're rich. They are not, some of them don't have no damn money, they poor and they're not like me and you who could survive on little. When you see them poor on the streets in New York and them places, and you're balling, you know. But the NNP open their big old leg and take it. You understand? They take the white, they just have a weakness of white men. So the white men, they come, they thing and they suffer and they take the NNP all about the place, not even on a bed. They just take them. You understand the point? But taxpayers' money they were taking, taxpayers' money, they were paying them to take them. First, they're nasty and dirty with themselves. So, you know, the blue-eyed white man in Livera some years ago, He drew down, he get all the land. Some of them people and them with the little estate and everything, they just take the land from them people. Some of them dead. The Kent estate and one, they just take them people land on them. I'm telling you, without compensation. Watch. The NNP administration was nasty, stink, and dirty, you know. And these are some soft words they're using, you know. I tell you, the same players are wrong. They're no good. So the man decide, well, let me approach the NNP administration for money again. All of them come broke white men who come and take them. Yeah. So when he approached the bank said, well, you don't have money, I can give you no money. You don't have money. Then he make the NNP administration, the Keith Mitchell-led administration, sign on the dotted line with the bank, saying, well, if the man don't pay, them go pay. The taxpayers go pay. The taxpayers of Grenada. So they just sign over Grenada for the white man, the bank. So when the man realized that he get the thing so easy, well, he drew down the money. I think they took about $28 or $29 million, you know. They just drew down because they have access, them alone have access to the bank. But you sign saying you'll pay if they what? But the NNP administration was dumb, you know. Dunce and dumb and damn stupid. You have no access to the account. You can't stop nothing. You know, it's like you have some money and you sign over it to somebody. You don't know the person from Adam to Eve, but you sign it over. All you could fool me. When I talk about corruption, you're spitting. Spitting. All you don't good. All you don't. The white man drew down the money. He and his family. And watch. They say, if you see champagne expensive, he drink. And the man don't even plant a coconut tree in Livera. They nasty. They dirty. They politically stink. They're no good. And they are wrong and they want to come back in power. They want to fool all you. They can't fool me. They will fool all you. Not me. They even talk about the shrimp farm. Up to now, we can get a crayfish. We can get a mullet. We can get a cacado. We can even get a cacado coming out from, what they say, shrimp farm. Taxpayers lost $52.4 million under the NNP administration with this bogus shrimp farm, you know. Go up the bush, taking the damn place about bush, you know. Bush. Again, some white men with blue eyes come and NNP administration open the whole white leg and they take all them white men and them but they take them with taxpayers' money. They're too nasty and dirty and classless. They're racial too, you know. Because they go for the white man. You have black men here, they go for the white man, you're soft. That's what they want. And $52.4 million gone so. Just so you know, nobody go to jail, nobody arrested, nobody charged, no. Anytime the NNP and them come in front of me, the NNP administration, I just spitting on all the old bad-minded, no good, unpatriotic piece of thing. Move there. You can't fool me. No, you matter what. Then chicken farm. And I don't know how they like St. Mark, so blackout and all like St. Mark. That way you end up in St. Mark. I know how they like so. Up there so. So the chicken farm, they say, well, big chicken farm, and they promise chicken farm and chicken. Oh Lord. Approximately $18 or so million just vanished, disappear. Pop! Gone. We ain't get a yard fowl. We ain't get a piece of neck, chicken wings, chicken feet. Not even a feather. Nothing. Approximately 18 or so million just vanished. Nobody go to jail, nobody arrested, nobody charged. What's wrong with all you? Do you think all you could fool me? They even talk about call center. There was a call center involving Keith Mitchell's cousin in this place. Keith Mitchell's cousin was involved in a call center business. Keith Mitchell, that old piece of thing, that old piece of political trash. Yeah? Yeah, there was a call center operating here involving Keith Mitchell's cousin, and they went into problems, financial problems and so on. Right? But instead of going to the bank, the call center approached the Keith Mitchell-led administration. You know, Keith Mitchell was in power. He and the NNP and them. They approached the government of Grenada. Lord. Why are you coming in front of me again? Only one. Why are you? Boo! Boo! Move there. Or you can't fool me. Or you might be able to fool other people, not Kem Jones. I ain't this damn thing too long. I know all you. And they come now like saints. And they come as though, you're one. Well, they put who was a leader. And because she going in church and move there, boo! Move there. You're not taking holy water and tossing all you. Huh? You can't fool me, Kem Jones. I've been here long enough to know all you. All you know damn good. Grenada watch. Grenada, oh Lord. Grenada happy. Happy if you plant, you put seeds on the concrete outside the green. The land happy. The land is happy. The people are happy. Because when a wicked ruler, the people will mourn. But when a good leader, righteous leader, good leader come forward, the place will be prosperous. Look at the amount of opportunities for our people. You can't fool me. Or they will fool other people, not Kem Jones. I've been here long enough. Cap Bank. When I talk about that, I know the amount of poor, ordinary people who put their money in Cap Bank. Not Co-op Bank. Co-op Bank is our indigenous bank. It's a good bank. The best bank. Right? Cap Bank with debug. And then, not only debug and the two old nastiness. You one, before he die, he pelting mess all about in the house. Up so. When you want to visit him, he here stand up like a wet Swiss fowl. Yeah. Because when you have to sign check and you have to think, watch, cost. The Bible says, death shall leave them. When you do wickedness, death shall leave you. So you're walking, but you're dead. You're there in the bedridden, but you're dead, you know. You pelting mess left, right, and center. And then the next one, brothers and sisters, boop! You go down and you see that one run and trying to hold him up. All you too nasty. Nasty. All you ain't good. All you nasty. All you dirty. The Eastern Caribbean Central Bank said, don't give the man no damn license. Or you still grant him. Stink and dirty politically. Think they're easy? Or you can't fool me. Or you could fool other people, not me. And they come and say, well, it's a popularity contest between that candidate and that. Boo! Move them, all you. Move. Or you can't fool Kem Jones. I've been here long enough to know. I have a little sense. You can't fool me. And then you end up to corruption and corruption. Wrong with all you? Huh? Something wrong with all you now. Something wrong with all you. But I'm saying all of this to say to you that Grenada suffered adversely, severely under the NNP administration. The NNP administration, the new National Party administration, was bad for this place. I'm telling you, it was a curse on this land. And those players, they still around. And they come in and put themselves up. And mind you, some of them, they're so wicked. What are they doing? They're pushing somebody in front and they're staying in the back. So I ain't running. I don't run in. Right? I ain't running. But they did. And they on platform talking rubbish. And they push somebody in front. They say, well, there's the person that push you and that person good. And stay in the background. And then when they drinking the wine, the yellowtail wine, they say, well, when and if NNP win the election, then I go become Governor General. They stink and dirty politically. They ain't good. They know damn good. Grenada is better off without these people. You don't want these people around nothing. You don't want them there. They're no good. Right? The new National Party administration was bad for this country. They were cussed. No good. Somebody got to call them out. Somebody got to call them out. Somebody has to call them out because they want to come back. By the time they open them out and say, boo, move there, boo. And I spit, I say, pop, I spit in. Parley Mally Wells, pop, yeah, spit. I say, go, move. Or you ain't good. Or you nasty. Or you been there, or you rape and rob this country of the little resources that it had. Well, you want to come back. I don't want to come back here. There's all this candidate and that candidate and this and more you all. You know, I want to say it, but hold it. You understand? And that candidate is a better candidate, and that one is what are you? Think Grenadians stupid? Or do you think Grenadians stupid? Look at the flights we have coming in and out of Grenada now. All them development, all them big projects and so on, they continue. Yeah. You have one going up now down in True Blue. I was shocked when I see it's a big development going on down in True Blue there. After you're coming from SG and you're coming up by the board, what you call it, board room or board something inside there. Big thing going on there. You know? Then the project in Liver now, thanks to the NDC and the CBI program. Look at it. You're going up nice. If you're coming up from Carriacou and you're coming on with the big thing up there, is it, you know? If you're going up, same thing. Yeah, you didn't know that? Then if you go St. David, the Intercontinental continuing, the Six Senses continue, all of them, everybody expanding, everybody continuing and doing their thing because they love the government. They love this government. You thought they could have pack up and go? No, they're continuing because they love the environment. They love this government, stability, good leadership. But folks, I want to wish you all the best. Have a wonderful day. I'll be back with you tonight. Not with Ride Along and Perry. Where's a guy named Perry? Oh, God. That damn guy gave me a headache last night, you know. That boy could talk shoop in his head and think that don't make sense. Oh, gum. Oh, gosh. Perry. Bye. If that is what they send to talk on thing, they'll think again, my oh God, Perry. The guys are paying in the royal ass. I'm telling you, the guy just, I don't know if he's too damn bright. The boys up. He comes across like a damn idiot. I'm telling you. I just remain and just listen to him, blah, 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 blah. The guy's up. Oh, gum. Headache, you know. I get up this morning to run. Or even when I run in, I'm telling you. NASA. Junior, wait up, pick up them kind of thing. Watch. Perry, give that thing a break. You ain't helping. You ain't helping. Just give it a break. All right? So I'll be back tonight in the hub at 8 in the PM. Folks,